And it's good stuff. Okay, let's see here. Webb, what shoulder is messed up? Okay, then John. Okay.
Not you.
So, head that way. Okay. So look, I'm passing John's guard. I get to here. He's got me in a half hook, okay? With a knee shield. Let's say I got past this knee shield here. And what I want to do is, I want to be able to control his hip, and I want to control his leg right here, okay? Okay. When you're passing a half guard, okay, I want these feet not to be crossed. I want this outside one to wedge here as you are pinching here. And you're walking, and you're walking, and you're walking. Because what happens is that I'm keeping him flat, okay? And I'm forcing him to move because he's going to want to turn to the side. And I keep walking, 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 controlling the head and pressure. See that right there? Because this is where you can get your leg out. Because as in order for him to turn into me, he's got to use his left leg or the outside leg. Okay, so you want to keep him flat. So let's say we got here. Now also the other thing to keep him flat, okay, I want to control the hip, pinch with the knees, and I want to walk this arm forward as I begin to drive my shoulder and armpit into his face. Walk this forward and control the hip. Because if he tries to roll me to his left, see how he had to open up his guard in, okay? But sometimes they go for an underhook, which is also a threat here. Now, to fix this right here, you keep it pinched, and I want to go here. And I want to just scoot down here as I pinch this elbow and keep my head down, okay? As he tries to roll me to his right, okay? I can use this as a hook, even without the hook, go ahead. Okay? It's a lot of weight on him. And I'm pinching his elbow as my hand goes here. Okay? Now all I'm doing here is that I'm just gonna straighten his arm. Okay? If he begins to kind of roughly turn, and I'm pinching the knees, because here, look, maybe I just wanted that. And here, he bends it. He bends his arm. So here I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna put my hip and rib on his face, and finish here. Yeah. But notice how I got out of the half hook, because he's thinking about saving his arm. So as I hook, you notice where my left knee is. It's here. And I'm pinching here, so he can't get this hook in. Even if he were to get his hook in here on the outside, like a butterfly hook here, which is common, this is fine for me, okay? Because you can get through. The most important thing here is that he has an underhook. So let's say in this scenario, I notice he's got an underhook, and I'm just gonna hip, shoulder, I wanna keep him flat. I'm gonna keep this pinch. You can even, the counter to the underhook is hooking the leg. Always remember that when they have an underhook, because this is really what he wants. But the problem is now he doesn't have a normal underhook. He's got a T-Rex underhook. Here, he's got his whole shoulder, okay? And if I don't have this, he didn't even have to grab. He could easily tilt me, and then he could even come up top. You see that right there? But he had to open up his leg also, okay? Because if he opens up his leg to push, so you can put this on the mat, and you're able to pass this way. But again, this is your threat for the bottom person, okay? So I'm gonna crawl up to align my elbow, left elbow here. So I'm gonna go here, 1, 2, and hip, hip, hip. So I flatten them out, I'm controlling here. As I expose this wrist, and my left hand goes underneath, okay? You can even hold the wrist with your thumb. I always tell you guys, this with the Kimura, that's Alexa. But as you grab here, okay, I'm pinching here, and I'm gonna push his arm down, and I'm gonna get the Kimura grip here. Because here, I know that I'm not even gonna do a Kimura here. This is just a straight arm lock, okay? But if I were here, because look, my elbow's here, so I'm just basically locking it out this way, okay? Now, if my arm's here, that's where the Kimura comes in, okay? But here, what I want to do is I want to be able to threaten this Kimura here, and then I can also torque this out that way here, okay? And if it's bent, this is more Kimura, okay? Which is also common, but then I switched from my thumb down there to here, because now I use the ground to replace the thumb. But I'm still in a half guard here. Now, their arms feel so threatened is that he's gonna roll, probably wanna roll to his left to relieve the pressure. Okay. And now you can use this to pass and all kinds of stuff. He sits up, no. You know, there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do. But the key is we're just gonna go for the straight arm, okay? While he has an underhook, okay? Switch here, pinch the knees. I'm gonna hook the leg, it's fine. Hook, okay. As I lean back here, I keep my head down. I don't wanna look up. I look down to reach his wrist, okay? And this is being pinned. Reach your wrist, and bring it over my left arm. From here, pinch. From here, I can do the elbow. And now I'm here. Or if he begins to bend this, it's because his elbow snuck through and he punches it through. I'm now able to put literally my hip right on his face and then torque. Does that make sense to you guys? All you're gonna do is this. Okay? You're gonna hide the arm here. You're gonna bring your elbow, okay, with palm up and pinch, okay? From here, you have grab, push, here. And then you're gonna keep that elbow pinched, and this just pushes slowly, okay? I like to open my elbow so I can get downward pressure, okay? If I don't open my elbow, I'm pushing it out, and that's where it turns into Kimura. I wanna do this so I can rotate, because look, the arm breaks the opposite way of the thumb, or the direction of the pinky, whichever one. Here, here, and then, okay guys, let's try that. 1, 2, 3. It's very powerful, very sneaky, and some of you guys should all incorporate. So I want somebody who's got more experience partnered up with somebody with less experience, okay?